Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. If your home gets invaded by wildlife, meaning possum, skunk, fox, bird, snake, call Southeast Termite and Pest Control. They can catch critters for you. They can repair the damage that those guys do getting into your home or your crawl space, and they can build secure barriers for you to protect your home in the first place. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, they do a great job with this. I was talking to them just a couple of weeks ago. You should check it out for yourself. SoutheastTermite.com to learn more. All right, quickly, I wanted to look at what quarterbacks on each of the last 14, so that's through the last 4 years, the last 14 SEC East teams to make it to 500, on average, what their quarterbacks did. Now, we showed you yardage, and Tennessee was only off in passing yardage by about 30 yards per game. Let's take a look at the overall numbers, and what we've got here, that's SEC quarterbacks versus SEC foes. That's Jarrett Garantano's numbers from last year versus SEC foes, and that's Keller Chryst's numbers for last year at Stanford versus Pac-12 foes. So we're looking only at conference games. As you can see, Garantano's completion percentage was better than what the average guy in the SEC East has done. His yards per attempt was high. Interesting point there, Ryan Callahan. I'll get back to you on that in a second, one that you made off camera here. Touchdowns, now there's a big difference. The average SEC East quarterback that's gotten on a 500 team has thrown 10 TDs in a year. Garantano had 3 last year. Chryst only had 6 at Stanford. Quarterback rating, Garantano was above that average of the SEC teams. Chryst was below it. One reason that Garantano's yards per attempt number was a little higher than I expected versus SEC foes last year. Ryan, you had a good theory on that.
Yeah, I think he was also he was risk averse at times. I think just holding on to the ball too long, looking for someone open, running it in some cases when he didn't see something glaringly open. The other thing, he took too many sacks. He took too long to process things. So when he was mostly throwing to open receivers, that helps your yards per attempt go up. He's got to, in those situations, start throwing the ball away, which would have taken his numbers down last year.
Right. It's either I'll throw it or I'll run.
And then the coach will take the sack or take the throw away every time over the sack.
Exactly. So. Okay. Your thoughts? I was a little surprised to see the number of the average. It tells me once again, most important to getting to 500 in the SEC and the East, run. You know, you can get by with a so-so quarterback if you can run the ball. And that's where Tennessee needs 100 more rushing yards per game, or 80 more rushing yards per game, and need to hold the opponent to 100 less rushing yards per game. To me, that's more a key than Garantano. But I was surprised to see these numbers. It tells me that as bad as Tennessee looked last year at quarterback, and even though Keller Chryst is coming in, we haven't seen him play, but his numbers are so-so. They don't have to be spectacular. So I think you do have the quarterback play that could get you to 500. If you can somehow manage to crank up the run numbers. Does everybody agree with that or no?
Yeah, I think it all comes back to your offensive line. I mean, I'll disagree with Ryan a little bit. I don't think he didn't process things quick enough. I think sometimes he didn't have time to process
It was both.
There were times too.
You know, he just dropped back and there's guys in the face. You know, the only thing he's processing is finding a hole to crawl into.
All right. And if it's a foxhole you're talking about, Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Very good, guys. I appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to take a look. Tennessee is crawling in the all-sport climbing, I should say, in the all-sports race. That's the international symbol for climbing. They are getting better in the all-sports race over the last 5 years. Certainly did this last season. But can we stop worrying now? Or are we so gun-shy that we have to continue to bite our nails? Come on back on the Sports Source.